All right. So how do you start that corporate catering business? If you're looking to get into the catering business or the catering industry, corporate catering is one of the higher end and consistent styles of this type of business. Reason being is that if you can score really well with your first corporate event, that company will call you back for many, many occasions. So I'm going to run down specifically the step-by-step process, and these are actually in specific order. So you want to follow them to the T and grab yourself, by the way, the free catering guide. There's a link in the comments section below this video and in the descriptions. So welcome to How to Start a Catering Business, the YouTube channel. We're all about the business side of catering and helping you get up and running with resources, tips, and pointers. My name is Damian Roberti. I am a food entrepreneur and have been for almost 30 years. Let's dive right into this. Number one, you want to learn specifically what corporate catering is. So if you don't know, corporate catering actually means providing food for businesses or offices instead of weddings and birthday parties. Now, companies order food for things like staff meetings, training events, you got office lunches, holiday parties, even grand openings or conferences. The great thing about corporate catering, as I mentioned in the introduction, is that businesses often order food again and again if they like your service. Number two, decide what type of corporate catering you want to offer. Yes, by the way, there are different types of corporate catering. You do not have to do everything, by the way. You want to just maybe pick one or possibly two and see how that pans out. And I'll give you that list. Some businesses focus on breakfast catering, boxed lunches, sandwich platters. You can even go through hot lunch buffets, which are really popular, coffee and pastry services early in the morning, or even corporate parties and events. Starting with one or maybe two types of catering is usually easier than try to tackle all of those. Number three, you want to research business in your area. Of course, now your area will kind of dictate how much of this you might need, or if you're in kind of an urban area, you may be really easy for you to do this type of business. If you're in a rural area, maybe a lower population, lower density, you may have to find a city or something, because that is where most of the business that's reoccurring will happen. You want to look around your town and make a list of offices. You got factories, potentially medical offices, real estate companies, car dealerships even. Those are also great. Schools, construction companies, or even government offices. Now, these are all possible customers. Now, the more businesses in your area, the more opportunities you're going to have. Number four, learn your local food laws. Now, before you can sell anything, you definitely need to know this. This is probably the most important out of all of the tips I'll give you. Know the rules. Now, you may need what's known as a business license, a food permit, sales tax permit, or even commercial kitchen, a food manager certification, or even insurance as well, which is pretty much mandatory as well. Every city, of course, and state is a little different, so you want to check with your local health department. Now, number five, you want to write a simple business plan. Now, this is something when I launched my food business, unfortunately, I did not actually do. So this I would highly recommend. It gives you a really good understanding of what you can and can't do, your direction you're going to go. A business plan is really simple roadmap, okay? You want to write down the following. What kind of food you want to sell? Who your customers are, how much money you actually need, what equipment that you're going to need, and then how you will actually advertise. Lastly, how much you want to earn. Now, this doesn't need to be fancy or specific, because again, you're kind of forecasting and visualizing this to start. Even one or even 2 pages is enough. By the way, we're going to do a video here really quickly, very soon on our channel, to break down every single type of catering business plan on all of them. Everything from corporate catering to drop-off catering and everything in between. Number 6, choose your business name. Now, pick a name that actually sounds professional. And some examples would be like Office Lunch Express, Corporate Catering Company, Downtown Business Catering, Executive Lunch Catering. Make it easy to remember, but also something that sounds company and corporate. Number 7, set up your business legally. By the way, yes, many people choose either sole proprietorship, which I personally wouldn't recommend when you're dealing with food. When I started my business, I did an LLC, which brings me to my next one. That's a limited liability corporation. An LLC can actually, believe it or not, separate your personal finances from your business finances. And you may also need an EIN. You're going to need a business bank account and an accounting software. Number 8, create a small menu. This is where many people actually make a big mistake. You do not want to start with like 100 different menu items. Start with maybe breakfast, like let's say bagels, pastries, or even fruit trays. You're doing lunch catering, sandwich platters, salad, box lunches even, which are extremely popular, wrap trays, or desserts, maybe just cookies and brownies. Keep it simple at first, make it really good quality, but then go from there and figure out what works and what doesn't. Number 9, figure out your prices. Now, you're going to need to know, of course, food cost, labor cost, packaging cost, delivery cost, and of course your profit. Now, let's just say you're doing sandwiches and they cost you around $4 to make. You obviously cannot sell them for $4. You need to mark them up. And by the way, here on Catering channel, I'm actually going to break down another couple of videos on how to price all these different methods of catering events so you can understand how much you need to charge. But of course, you need to charge enough money left over to pay yourself and then to grow the business. Number 10, finding a kitchen. Now, some people use commercial kitchens. By the way, there's also shared kitchens, restaurant kitchens, commissary kitchens. Some areas may allow you limited food preparation at home, but you definitely, again, want to check your local laws because most of those items are non-potentially hazardous, things that don't have to be kept at a certain temperature or even a certain time. Number 11, buy basic equipment. You do not need everything right away. Start with like food containers, serving trays, coolers, insulated bags, tablecloths, of course, if you need those, food pans, and labels. Buy more equipment as your business grows, but don't invest a ton up front. Number 12, create a professional menus and flyers. Now, businesses want to know the following: what type of food you offer, prices, delivery area, and even contact information. So you want to make your menu very simple, but of course, easy to read. And again, I'll have a video I'm going to put together to show you how to make your own menus and flyers. It is not rocket science. And with AI today, you can do some amazing, amazing flyers. Number 13, build a website and social media pages. Now, you're going to have on the website, you're going to have Facebook page, you want to have Instagram page, of course, Google business profile. Make sure you optimize that. LinkedIn page, which is great, even, believe it or not, for local businesses. They can even find you, even look at some reviews. Number 14, take great food photos. Now, good pictures help sell food, but you do not need an expensive camera. Believe it or not, you can even just use your smartphone to take great pictures. You want to photograph things like, of course, your sandwich trays, your breakfast platters, boxed lunches, and desserts. People eat with their eyes first, so you do not definitely need to have them on your website and everywhere else. Number 15 is practice making and delivering orders. Now, before your first customer, you definitely want to practice the following. You got to prepare the food, make sure you're packaging it correctly, loading the food, driving with the food, setting up the food, okay? So the smoother you become, the more professional you're going to look to your client, even if it's the first time around. Number 16, start marketing to local businesses. This is where customers come from, okay? You want to visit offices and drop off menus. You want to drop off business cards, flyers. You can also, by the way, email companies. You can use LinkedIn as a great format to email links back to your profile and then show pictures, and you can even showcase what you do on there. Join local business groups, Chamber of Commerce even in your area. Attend networking events. And number 17, you want to offer a small first-time discount. Now, many businesses are willing to try a new caterer if there's like a special offer. So example, you could do, let's say, just a 10% off your first order, free dessert tray, maybe even just free delivery that you're not going to charge for. One order can turn into dozens of future orders. Now, keep in mind, every person at that event who's trying your food may want to hire you for their own catering purposes. That's not even related to the business. So every single mouth is a potential customer. Number 18, and finally, deliver amazing customer service. Always, you want to arrive a little bit early, answer emails fast, be professional about what you do, and keep fresh food, and also fix problems immediately if something pops up. Ask for repeat orders. Corporate catering can become very profitable because customers will order from you again and again. And after an event, ask, hey, would you like me to help you with your next event? Or do you have another lunch meeting coming? That's a way to actually generate additional sales. And of course, keep growing. As your business grows, you can add, even more menu items, additional staff, holiday catering, which is ginormous, large corporate events, or even weekly office plans. So that is the gist of how you get up and running with this type of corporate catering business. Definitely subscribe. We have a lot of great useful content here that's coming up. And I have my other YouTube channels. We've got nearly 220,000 subscribers throughout those channels. You definitely want to check them out. I'll see you on our next video.